Hey everybody, this is Jesse with Nintendo Revised, and I'm showing my face for the first time. Hi everyone! So I'm bringing you another video here. I just wanted to talk about a few different topics. Before I get started, I just want to make sure that everyone knows that everything that I'm sharing here today is strictly how I feel. This doesn't generally mean that all of the admins or mods that run Nintendo Revised with me are feeling the same way as I do. Just wanted to go ahead and clear that out of the way first thing before I get started. Secondly, there's a few different topics that I want to go ahead and touch upon today that I feel are important. I'm going to put in the timestamps below the specific topic that I'll be talking about, as well as what time essentially I start talking about said topic. The first topic that I wanted to touch upon is this particular tweet that Nintendo put out. So May 7th of 2024, I'm recording this on May 8th of 2024, so it really hasn't been that long. I just want to shed some of my thoughts on this particular subject. Nintendo said, "This is for Akara, president of Nintendo. We will be making an announcement about the successor." Now I want to go ahead and make that the key word about what I'm about to discuss. Successor to the Nintendo Switch within the fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of the Nintendo Switch back in March of 2015. May I just say, time has ran very fast. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024, but please be aware that there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during the presentation. What I wanted to focus on is the fact that it specifically says successor. I've been seeing a lot of posts, videos, etc. being made about the Nintendo Switch 2 has officially been confirmed. No, it has not. I do not believe that in anywhere in this statement has Nintendo officially confirmed the Nintendo Switch 2. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and make clear that I never believe in any circumstance that Nintendo will name their future console the Nintendo Switch 2. Additionally, nowhere in this statement does it say that it's going to replicate the Nintendo Switch in any capacity. Now, do I believe that Nintendo will create a hybrid console and potentially make it better than the Switch? Yes, I do actually believe that. But nowhere in this statement does it reflect or state that they have officially confirmed the Nintendo Switch 2. I just wanted to make this as a broad statement. I think that we need to bring it down a little bit. Nintendo did not technically officially confirm the Nintendo Switch 2. What they did is mention that there was a successor on the horizon. I can guarantee that at some point after the Nintendo Switch had launched, Nintendo was already working on a potential successor anyway. That doesn't mean that they had it already built, ready, or any of that, but they started development. They started potentially going over certain ideas of what to do with the future console. Additionally, if we were just being honest with ourselves, we all know that a successor is coming to the Nintendo Switch. How do we know that? Well, because the Nintendo Switch has been extremely successful for Nintendo. Of course it's coming. Now, the only way that this is not going to come in the future, say a successor, take, for example, the Sega Dreamcast. Sega, at that point, was essentially bleeding money, right? And they were trying to make a profit off of the Dreamcast, and the Dreamcast just was not selling. Unfortunately, it was kind of up in the air as far as if they were going to make a successor or not. Of course, now we know that a successor would never come for the Sega Dreamcast. With Nintendo, it's extremely different. They're a really successful company in Japan. Their profits are really going really well at this point. So there's no way that they wouldn't have made a successor for the Nintendo Switch. I think that we need to stop with the narrative that a Switch 2 is coming. They never confirmed that. To be clear, someone did notify me that apparently they did say something to the effect. So VGC News says Nintendo has seemingly suggested that its next-gen console won't stray too far from the existing Switch hardware. Switch next model is the appropriate way to describe it. So a couple things here. I want to focus on the word seemingly. To me, seemingly suggests that it seems to be this way, but not 100% concrete. Personally, until Nintendo themselves specifically tweet something out saying, yes, this console is going to be just like the Switch, only better, I'm not going to go based on this rumor. Okay, so the second topic that I wanted to discuss is actually the Lara Croft collection. So Limited Run Games has already confirmed at this point that the Lara Croft collection, which brings 2 games, as you can see here, it includes Lara Croft and the Guardian of the Light and Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Limited Run Games has confirmed this to be coming to the Nintendo Switch physically. Another physical cartridge that is coming is also the Lara Croft collection, which includes Lara Croft or Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. And this was confirmed by the Tomb Raider Twitter page. Okay, so here's the Tomb Raider Twitter page, and it says, but wait, there's more. We've heard you loud and clear. We are thrilled to reveal that we're also partnering with Limited Run Games on physical editions for Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered. Stay tuned for our socials, and we'll have more to share on May 21st. The reason why I wanted to discuss this particular topic is because not that long ago, I saw discussion being made about how there were specific characters that are super iconic, and Tomb Raider happened to be the #1 most iconic character in video games. Over Mario, over Sonic, over Pac-Man, over the various many different characters. First and foremost, let me just say, that's not even remotely possible. I don't believe Tomb Raider, as much as I love Tomb Raider, the series, and Lara Croft, there's no way she is the most iconic character ever created. I'm sorry if you disagree with that, but that's how I feel. Now, with that said, it used to be that Tomb Raider went retail. Every single time a game came out, for the most part, if I remember correctly, they all got released physically through retail. And this may be one of the first times, I believe, that I've ever seen Tomb Raider specifically go through a limited print company. This is only going to be strictly limited through Limited Run Games, at least as of right now. It's possible that maybe there is other re-releases through other companies, say in other countries such as Europe or Japan. This is kind of troubling because I think that Tomb Raider deserves a wider release and not to just a limited amount of copies being made through Limited Run Games. Now, personally, I have issues with Limited Run Games. I don't really want to focus too much on that aspect on this video. My main concern with this particular, or these 2 particular collections that are coming, is whether or not they will be complete on cart, or at the very least, fully playable from start to finish. Of course, I actually plan to buy these games, so I will be testing them myself. Once I do, I will be making a post as well as hopefully a video at that point. I do have a lot of games that I need to test, so I can't guarantee that I'll get through these quickly, but I will try to do so as fast as possible. Okay, now on a lighter note, I would like to go ahead and discuss this. Mario versus Donkey Kong. I was going through eBay not a few days ago, and I did find a 001 European cartridge. And as you can see here, the last 3 digits of this cartridge is 001. Now, you may notice that at the beginning it says A97PA. If we compare that to the front cartridge, it is also A97PA. So this is definitely the same cartridge, and it has a 001 build on it. We have not found this for the USA or Japan. I have been looking. I haven't seen anything. But just to make things clear also, I did not message the seller. I didn't ask any additional questions. And the reason why I did this is because this game only has 1 patch. That's it. I've reconfirmed this over and over again. You can also go out and look for the patch notes for Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and there is only 1 patch, and that is version 1.0.1. To me, there's no doubt in my mind that this cartridge, being a revised cart, will also have version 1.0.1 on cart. And the reason why I feel very confident about this is because we have confirmed that revision 000, both in Europe and in the USA, have version 1.0.0 on cart. If they revised it at least once, it is 99.9% possible that it's going to be version 1.0.1. I'm pretty confident in that. I don't think I have to email the seller or purchase the game for myself to confirm. I didn't purchase this game either, and the reason why is because it is in the United Kingdom, and it would actually cost me more to purchase it through the seller versus just walking into Walmart or a local retail store and buying it outright. I feel confident that over time I will be able to find one here more locally and then buy it at that point. I haven't purchased this game at all. I've been waiting for a revision, and I think we're getting close to finding one, hopefully here in the USA as well. Alright, and the last topic that I wanted to talk on is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, the reason why I bring this particular game up is because recently Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Twitter page did make a post indicating that Chaos Versus Mode and DLC cosmetic packs are coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One on May 9th, and the Switch on May 16th. I went ahead and responded to this particular tweet, and I asked them, okay, well, that's cool, but are you removing the DRM from the game? I've brought this up to you guys tons of times, and it seems like you keep pushing updates and DLC and won't really address the DRM issue. Now, they did respond here, and they said the game is DRM free on GOG. GOG, I don't know much about. All I know is that it seems to be a digital only platform on PC. I personally do not play games on PC. I've always been a console gamer. If you're a PC player, great. If you have access to GOG, also great. Not particularly for the rest of us that don't, because no other changes are planned for other platforms. DRM means digital rights management, and that's where the developers, they basically put an additional restriction. In the case of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, it is inaccessible without connecting to the internet. In order to even have access, you are required to have a Nintendo account. This presents a very, very particular issue. Once the servers go down, once there is no online connectivity for the Switch, this particular game, I believe, will essentially become a brick. Here's the problem. If I add the game to my Switch, as you can see, it is here now. It's running version 1.40. As you can see, I can archive it if I wanted to, but it's already downloaded some data. Currently, it's using the latest patch. As we know, there's another patch coming soon. And if I were to try to run this on my DRM account, again, I have to link a Nintendo account for that. Either that or cancel. I have no access whatsoever to this. Okay, so this is my son's account, and he has a Nintendo account, right? So if I were to click here, it'll start just fine. But that's because we've already linked a Nintendo account. Had I not linked one here, it won't start at all. This is a major problem, and the developers of this game specifically have already told me that the game is DRM free on GOG, but no plans are being made for the future to remove DRM from any other console. They literally said it right here. There is absolutely no reason a single player game or a single player experience, most of the game is single player, but I can't access it without a Nintendo account. So what's going to happen once the servers go down? At that point, what are we going to do with the game? Now, there is a version that's coming out soon. It says May 16th here, so it'll be in a few days, which is called the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Best Price Edition. I don't know exactly what this entails. We do have people in our community that are planning to buy this game, and hopefully at that point we can find out what is on the cartridge. But even if this cartridge has a more up-to-date version on the cart than the original prints, it doesn't matter, because as I just showed a moment ago, the game still has DRM. So even if this cartridge is reprinted with version 1.40, which is the latest version, it's still inaccessible. I personally would like to recommend everyone to not support this practice. The only way that we can make a stand is by not buying it. We don't buy it, they don't get the money, they don't get our money, and we won't support it. I would have a completely different stance if they reprinted the game, say this one, right, the best price version, and also remove the DRM from it. Then finally we could say, okay, well, this cartridge and this version has DRM, but I can at least upgrade to the other version that has no DRM on it. And that would probably be the best case scenario. There should be no reason why a single player game has DRM. Additionally, this game, my understanding, I wasn't a part of this, but my understanding is that this game is crowdfunded, meaning that a lot of people funded this project with their own money. And for the developer to come back and actually put DRM on this and have it inaccessible once the servers go down, that's not cool. Again, all of this is just my opinion. It has nothing to do with anyone else that mods or admins with Nintendo Revised. This is the opinion of me alone, Jeisse, but I would not recommend supporting this. Anyway, that is really all I have for today. Thank you so much for checking out this video at Nintendo Revised. Hopefully you liked this format of the video. If so, please comment below, please subscribe, please like. Y'all have a great day. Peace.